Month 7 in the time of the Eternal, Month 9, Day 20, 2023. Psalms 37 verse 30, The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Have you seen a righteous man sitting in the chair of mockers? He flees from them and from the squares. The righteous flees from the suburb, and only he is seen in it when I send him. Because he fights not to be contaminated and to maintain a living connection with me. You do well to pay close attention to the lives of Enoch and John the Baptist. These experiences must be yours today, in your lives. Through Enoch, I showed myself to the world with unfathomable love before the first destruction by water, the flood. Enoch's heart was vividly harmonious with my will. He meditated on me day and night. Enoch walked with me day after day. Not in something supernatural was his daily walk with me, but it consisted of the loyal fulfillment of his duties according to all the light that he had, day after day, in his mind and heart. His heart was fully in harmony with my will. And his mental faculties grew stronger moment by moment, after seeking a deep knowledge of my truth. And this led him to have a fertile, well-cultivated mind. As when the sower prepares the land that is inert, he nourishes and waters it, and it comes back to life, and whatever he sows for his sustenance prospers. I showed him many things. But he sought continuous communion with me. And he recognized me moment by moment, in his daily life, as his God and his Lord. He was not oblivious to my divine greatness and perfection, and he gloried in it. And he longed to honor me and enjoy perfection in me. He was not boastful, he was meek and humble in heart. The closer he came to me, the more he recognized his condition of weakness and imperfection, and he was distressed about it, and he longed to stop being like that. Through his constant communion with me, he received great gifts of the heavenly power, because he who believes himself great will be cut down, but real greatness is believing oneself small. The breath of his soul was prayer, and like this he lived surrounded by the heavenly atmosphere. His communion with me led him, each time more, to reflect more and more my character. His face, after being in communion with me for a long time, changed, and many noticed that the heavenly seal was with him. This is what I seek and desire from each one of you in order to reproduce my character in you. This will only occur when the evil self die in you daily, living in constant prayer before me, living without reservation at my service, and, like this, your faces will be illuminated with holy light. And, in this way, many will be able to notice that you were with me and that my seal rests over you. Like this, daily, getting of the power of the Holy Spirit, it will rest fully upon you, and you will be heavenly living instruments in the world. Enoch struggled to have a pure heart and that it was in harmony with my will. Like this, he denied himself every day, time after time, until he reflected my image, and I could no longer leave him among the mortal in the world of sin. This is the norm to follow for those who will announce my law to the world before the final destruction. Those whom I will take to my kingdom without seeing death when I return the second time, with great power and glory before every mortal eye. Whoever wants, come. And whoever knocks, the door will be opened to him, because it is my desire and joy that all those who say they are my children seek me in such a way, to, like this, sanctify your characters as I did with Enoch. So that you may dwell with me forever. Now, pay attention and let him who has ears hear. Because many hear but not everyone listen. I carry you with love to my silent ministers, where the lessons of self-denial are unsurpassed in the world of sin. Look at the imposing tree, strong, robust, rising upright to the sky, with its roots firmly anchored in the earth, carrying its roots to the internal water reservoirs, and anchoring its roots in the rocks. This, when the time has come to bear fruit, after preparing itself some time before with great vigor for it, there, without moving anywhere because it cannot, prepares everything and gathers for itself everything necessary for that moment. It gives flower, it allows it to be fertilized, the bulb is made, and then the fruit begins to grow until it matures. This good tree gives in abundance for the benefit, not of itself, but of others. If no one takes its fruit, it falls and continues to multiply. Just like, if the bad time comes, this knows it, and bears its fruit before its time to ensure its subsistence. Its day after day is to get stronger and grow to be ready for all inclement weather. And, even if it were hit by the storm and its leaves and branches broke, even if its trunk broke, it does not give up. And it becomes stronger again, and springs up renewed, even more, with more beauty than before. This is the character that glorifies me. Remember, then, John the Baptist. Taken from his conception he was, to be anointed by the Holy Spirit to prepare my way. He could not for an instant feed the evil mortal self that destroys the carnal human being. His desert life was his classroom of instruction. There, in my nature, the most wonderful, salvific lessons were revealed to him, and, along with the prophetic writings, he grew in grace and wisdom. Night and day I was the subject of his study, and he continually meditated on this. In this way, imperceptibly, his mind and heart were filled to overflowing with the glorious heavenly vision. He contemplated my majesty and beauty and totally forgot about himself, and this made him feel little and unworthy. Then, it was there that he was ready to go forth as my heavenly messenger, for it is there that man grows in stature and likeness to me. He contemplated the divine, and this led him to lose his fear of the human. He did not fear the hierarchy, because he prostrated himself before the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. This is your preparation today. Do not harden your hearts before this, for I have better thoughts for you than you have for yourselves. Whoever fulfills these conditions with a contrite and humbled heart, the Holy Spirit will come to him in a great and overflowing measure. And, like this, everyone will be able to hear a message without arguments or subtle theories. Like this, the Holy Spirit will overflow in you, as the whole world will see, and multitudes will come to my feet to be saved. Do you want to be part of this glorious salvation? Today is the time to decide. Today is the acceptable day. Seek me, while I am near and can still be found. Therefore, do not believe that calling you to promising places, in order to achieve this, is a deprivation. Rather, it is your proud heart that believes this, the evil self that interweaves your being. Go to the mountains. And, the first thing must be to find a retreat where you can be alone with me so that I can show you my will and teach you my ways. Their abundant blessings will overflow upon you. And my fence of angels will protect you. Next, locate my house of worship. And, then, your roof. And, quickly, prepare your garden. Collect my rain, and your land may have abundant water. Don't get too comfortable, because the end is very near. Because, the United States of America, the one I chose for my word to germinate and spread throughout the world, will soon complete its transformation. Sooner than you think. Its mutated nature will totally reflect the image of that beast with which it communes night and day. Remember this, whoever you admire and spend time with the most, this is what you will become. According to Enoch and John the Baptist, they spent real time with me and admired and desired my character in them. This was their transformation. An image is only a reflection of something that already exists. So, in communion and continuous love, the United States of America with Papal Rome became like her, now, sneakily, but a little more and it will become like her completely and openly. It will speak like a dragon. It will force everyone to worship the beast, Papal Rome, imposing obeisance on a religion because it transformed in a political religious power. And it will cancel all religious freedom. With great signs that deceive many, giving rein to the darkest spiritualism and the most solid union of ecumenism, it will be seen. It will impose solid laws in worship of the beast, and every movement regarding this will be made. And Rome, the beast, will take control through this image. Like this, Rome, the resurrected beast, revived through the image, United States of North America, will force everyone to worship it, imposing its mark, its spurious day, as a holy day, the day of the sun, as it is called in the United States. United States of North America. And trampling on my Sabbath, the seventh day of the week, the Shabbat, which makes known to the world that I am the creator of all things, where I rule as my kingdom and my name. This one will want to take it out and erase it from the face of the earth. Like this, the image of the beast, the United States of America, with its apostate Protestantism, with a strong civil arm, will encourage everyone to take this mark worldwide, worship on the spurious day instead of my holy day. Being like this the final great millennial controversy between me and the adversary, which is the ancient serpent called the devil and Satan. Then will be the time when those who do not pay homage to the beast, as it requires, will be deprived of all earthly support. Therefore, do not sleep. Watch and be sober. There are many believing that, because they know the truth of my holy day, they will be free from all this, they will be safe. But, he who neglects his duty in my commands, he will fall. Lack of food, water, illness, despair at his carelessness to discard my ordinances, will be his greatest trap. And he will fall prostrate before Rome, the beast, due to the pressure it exerts through the image of the United States of America. Before you are life and death. You must decide. I advise you life, because in me, even if you are dead, you will live. Therefore, whoever rejects the message to leave the cities, or postpones it, will be guilty of judgment. For the evil one, the arch-deceiver, the dragon, Satan, takes control of the human being in them, for destruction. And I take control of my children in the countryside, in the mountains, for salvation. Many, for love to them, I will put them to sleep, but in me they will resurrect to eternal glory. He who follows me half-heartedly will fall, for only those grounded in me will live. You can only be safe if, walking after me, you receive the power of the Holy Spirit. Pay attention to my words and you will live, because the tongue of the righteous speaks only wisdom, and his tongue pronounces judgment, so that he who has ears may hear, and he who hears may do what he knows to do. Faithful and true words that I leave, from the Eternal, for each one of you. May the Lord bless us.